Hi traders, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going over gold. I'm going to analyze gold for the week. I'm a little bit busy this week, so I'm not trading multiple pairs. I'm just focusing really on gold, maybe a little bit of US 30, but we're just going to focus on gold today. I am trying to come up with like a better YouTube schedule and stuff like that. It's just YouTube I struggle with because it takes a long time to film on here. Anyway, let's get into the video. So I'm looking at gold on the 4-hour chart. Clearly, guys, so this is the 50 EMA. The other things I have plotted here, I'll kind of talk about them as I go, but I'm going to delete this. So this is the 50 EMA, and I use this to determine shorter time frame trends. So when I'm day trading, or even maybe short-term swing trading, I will use the 50 EMA. I also love the 200 EMA, and I'll show you about that after. But essentially, I'm looking for buys. Now, I will begin. I know we've broken the 50 EMA, but just because price breaks above or below an EMA obviously doesn't mean you need to automatically look for buys or sells, right? And so what I trade zone to zone. So what I'm actually looking for is what the price action that occurs here on this zone. So as I have already plotted in here, I'm very organized today. I'm not actually, I just had this done and was like pleasantly surprised when I took up the chart, but I'm looking for a break and a retest here to sell. Or we're currently retesting this level right now. It has, retested, broken, and it's coming back for another retest. If I see a little more bullish momentum here, I'll take another buy. I can easily trade this zone to zone. So I would go down to the 15-minute chart, and I'll just show you what I will be looking for. Assuming we have a lot of news coming out tomorrow, guys. So assuming it's not during news, because I'm not interested in that. I know you can probably only focus on these, so let's get rid of these. Also, my screen recorder's being weird and glitches at 5 minutes lately, so I'm praying that doesn't happen because I will lose it if I have to refilm this. Okay, so we have retested once, okay, and it went back up to that other zone, and now we're retesting again. We're seeing a little bit of consolidation on the 15-minute, very, very typical for gold, especially with all these nasty wicks. We had a little bit of, if you were trading like a breakout, you could have gotten caught in a fake out here if you had your zone set a little bit differently. So you do need to be mindful of that as well on gold because fake outs are very, very common. But what I'm waiting for next is my confirmation. So I'll show you what I look for. You guys already know what I look for if you've followed me for any length of time, but I will draw it in case I have anyone new here. So this is what I would look for. So I just want to see, my drawing skills are pretty poor today. A nice long-bodied candle on the 15-minute time frame. I personally wait for this candle to close. So if I'm swing trading, I wait for this to close on the 15-minute. Usually though, if I'm day trading, which might be my entry tomorrow, I'll use the 5-minute because if you wait for the 15, you're just going to lose out on too much of the move. And you're not going to get as good of a risk reward, of course, as well when you wait for the 15-minute candle to close. So let me show you a live example of what that would look like. Well, not live because I'm not going to open up I can't make a candle happen in live timing, but I'll show you on the chart. So, oops, I have a touch screen and I was drawing, so it didn't work. One second. Okay. So what I will look for is a candle like, and it doesn't, the criteria for the candle, it's more important that it, like, you need to focus on what it doesn't have. So the characteristics of it, we really need to focus on what's not happening. For instance, like you don't want to see a candle that's displaying a ton of rejection, right? Obviously you don't, because that's just showing there's a lot of indecision in the market. You also don't want to see, really small bodied candles like this one. Why? Well, because this is just telling you that there's not much movement, right? We want to trade with momentum so that we can actually catch a good move. And until we get that momentum candle, there's just no point entering the trade. Any of these candles are absolutely fine. This candle is absolutely fine. Um, this candle, so this candle, if you were entering in real time, I'll be honest, it might actually be okay because it's going to look like a really long bodied, nice momentum candle. And if you switch to the 5 minute, I can guarantee you there's probably one of these in there, right? So that would be fine. We're getting a little bit messy. Hold on. Okay. However, you do just want to ensure that, like, obviously, if you see a big long wick from your zone like that, it might not be the absolute best time, but it's more about looking for these huge wicks and these little tiny bodies. Any other candle that displays momentum is fine. I'm going to switch to the 5 minute chart and see what we can find there. I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat, so I might sound a little bit funny. Okay, like any of these candles here. Nope, not this guy. But either of these candles, I'm looking for one coming right out of that zone. Okay, so this is a perfect example, right? Short wicks, long body. This would absolutely be fine as well. We do have a little wick up top, but that's fine. It's more the bottom wick on a bullish candle that you're looking for. This candle here, of course, this is a long body candle, but if you're waiting for that 15 or even that 5 minute candle to close in this case, you're really going to miss a lot of the move. So you would, if you're going to enter this trade and you're seeing that much momentum, you can't really wait for it to close. So there are some times you just got to use your judgment. But those are a few examples for you of what I will look for. If you have any questions about momentum candles and what I'm looking for, please let me know. I know people can get a little bit confused about that, but again, it's more looking at what you don't want to see, right? Also, let me know, does this help? Like when I have structure kind of displayed for you, is that, helpful to you guys, or is it just making it look a little bit too messy? You can let me know that as well. Here's another thing I did want to mention while we're on the topic of just like how I trade and things that I incorporate into my trading plan. I usually use the daily 200 EMA to determine my overall trend, right? So you've probably seen me in my last couple of videos use this indicator here. It's just the moving average. The 200 daily EMA is plotted on every chart. So if you go to like the 15 minute, it's still going to be there. It looks a little funny, but it's still going to be there. Essentially, when price is below this, we're overall in a downtrend, right? So I normally in those situations would be looking for sells. Like all throughout this downtrend, I was looking for sells. However, when structure is broken, right? So once structure is broken on the 4 hour chart, meaning we're now beginning to make higher highs, higher lows, right? And that's confirmed. Of course, I'm going to then switch to start looking for buys, right? Because there are always going to be retracements, even if the overall higher time frame trend is still bearish. What I'm more mindful of, though, is understanding that, if this level is broken, well, higher time frame structure is still bearish. So that would make sense to me. And I will start looking for sells automatically again. Whereas when the uptrend began, I didn't actually start looking for buys until this zone here. I'm just very, very patient with my entries, and it doesn't bother me to sit out, a week or so just to make sure that we actually are trending upward. It's not just natural volatility that occurs with gold. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't get my words out. So I'm going to leave you there. I am going to try to start uploading more often, better content that's more, catered and planned out. So catered to different strategies, different indicators I'm trying, maybe back testing, live testing. I'm trying to get into all that. I just need to come up with a good schedule. And I am on, various other socials as well, so I can plug those in. And I'm going to put my free Discord down below in the description today. If you have any questions, please email me. Please reach out below. I try to get back to all of my comments. And yeah, that's everything. Okay. Bye, guys.